I'm going big, going big.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a third straight All-Pro season.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. 50.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hits his man, Matthews. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Here we go. 180.
Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One, Omaha. Mike 55. Keep it up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, gun.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Lock.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
21. Jim.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down.
12.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Coleman now. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180. 15, check back 15. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw play, Coleman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch the curve. Go. Hey, turn it up. Watch out. Hey, guys, listen.
On first down, Carson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G.
Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith, gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Too quick.
Wilson now operating from the gun. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
I'm coming.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Here we go.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw is Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 2nd down. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
13, 25,
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Garoppolo now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Coleman. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
You got it.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Seahawks 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. 180. Mike 5-4. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 6. 54. Mike. 54.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing is Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, alert! 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 I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Hey! Wahoo!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo again. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
So we are at halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something to get. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dee Ford, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, Pop.
They will run again with Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
21. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, 12, fellas. Here we go. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 180. Check 55 to mine. I'm here all day.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
From the 31, Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vannett. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
First down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To throw again is Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! They're not ready for this, man.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Able to slither by. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in the preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go. White 20. Mike 5-4. In your face. White. Check 37. Check 37. 65. 13. Go ahead. Go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to float this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback and all.
Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right there in the middle, 55. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. I got you. Let's get off the field.
On third down, Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 28.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Come off the ball.
Now it's Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They run with Breida. And he...
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out, flash, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
money since I was a jit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby.